Hi there, this is Tami Mahmali, and welcome to another episode of Baggage Begun. Today's topic feels especially needed right now with so many changes happening globally, from economic uncertainty to rising costs and unexpected political shifts. We are all feeling it in one way or another, whether it is stress in our finances, fear about the future, or just a sense of overwhelm. I want to start by saying this. You're not imagining things. The stress you're feeling, it's valid. And no, you're not too sensitive. You're aware, and that awareness can feel heavy when the world feels uncertain. We are seeing interest rates rise, new tariffs creating tension in global markets, and people tightening their belts here in the US and across the world. So, yes, it's a tough time for many. But here's the good news. While we cannot control the economy, the political climate, or global events, we can work with what's happening inside us and be in charge of the choices that we make. Oftentimes, I tell my people we don't have control over everything, but we can pay attention to our choices. I guide my clients in releasing fears, anxiety, and all stories buried in the subconscious mind, especially the ones tied to money and finances. When those are cleared, they can face situations without the old programming and baggage weighing them down. And in times like this, those tools become more than just self care, they're essential. When fear takes over, we shift into flight or fight. We panic. Everything starts to feel like it's falling apart. But when we calm our nervous system, we create space to think clearly and make grounded, empowered choices and decisions. Here is one way I guide myself and others through economic stress. Sometimes I notice I just need a kind, reassuring voice, like a wise, loving grandpa, telling me, "You're going to be okay. You got this." When I feel like spinning out, stuck in the trauma and drama, in my head, of course, I pause and say to myself, "Wait, let's take a deep breath and settle in. What's the truth of this situation? What am I feeling? Why am I feeling anxious about money or the economy? I'm safe in this moment." Most of the time, I realize I've slipped into childhood patterns, which means I'm reacting the way my parents did around finances. So when it's happened, I gently talk to myself. I bring awareness to what's actually true in the present moment, and I cover myself with gratitude for everything I do have today. That simple shift often awakens the voice inside me that is calm, grounded, and trusting in a higher power. Even though the world feels uncertain, I trust in myself that I can navigate what's ahead of me, whatever is going to come in the future. And I take a breath and I let it settle. That's grounding. That's your power returning to you. It's simpler than you think. Try it. It's working for me, it's working for others, because when we are not grounded, we are in the past. And that's old programming. So we want you to be here in the present so you can think clearly. So how do we find calm and continue to thrive, to attract the people, places, clients, and grow our purpose-driven work when the economy feels shaky? It starts with shifting from fear to clarity and certainty. It's the energy. First, get clear on where you are right now and where you want to go. Because if you don't know, no one else will either. Mixed messages confuse not only others, but you. And believe me, your energy speaks louder than words. I've been there trying to be cute, pretending I had it all together, but deep down feeling out of alignment and yucky. So have an honest conversation with yourself. Take a loving inventory of where you are today in this moment. You can write it down. You can ask yourself, what income will help me feel safe and supported right now? Or how can I be a gift, a contribution to this world? Because being in service always shifts energy from me, victim, why it's happening to me, to looking at things with the right perspective. Because if you think about that, the world needs your presence, your purpose, and your gifts now more than ever. Then take it a step further and ask yourself, what can I create to move toward where I want to be? This simple inquiry shifts your energy from anxiety to agency. Suddenly, you're not stuck or overwhelmed, you're creating. And from that space, you will start to get clearer on your services, your purpose, who you serve, and even how many clients or people will that actually take. You might be surprised, it's usually fewer than we think. Next, you can ask yourself, who needs the services, clarity, and empowerment I offer right now? You're gonna be surprised. People are still spending, but they're choosing more wisely. They are often seeking value, transformation, and trust, the very things we offer in guiding them to find their answers, the healing, coaching, and transformational work. This is a time to simply to serve, to share your gifts, to be a bigger contribution, and to show up with empathy, heart, and clarity, being the authentic you that the world needs. This year is the year of the snake in the Chinese astrology. A perfect time to let go of what's not working, not serving us. Just like a snake that sheds its old skin, we are all being called to release the layers that no longer serve us. It's a sacred invitation to shed the outdated beliefs, the emotional mental baggage, and the mental clutter that weigh us down so we can step more fully into the most aligned, powerful version of ourselves. This is more than just clearing out junk drawers or canceling a few subscriptions, though that can help too. It's about intentionally choosing what stays and what goes energetically, emotionally, mentally, and even financially. So here you may ask yourself, what am I holding on to that no longer feels like me? Next, you may ask, what patterns, offers, habits, or shoulds are draining my energy? So you open up yourself for more possibilities. Next question, what am I ready to release to create space for something bigger, greater? What am I ready to release to create space for something greater, more powerful? When we release what's heavy, we align our load. We center ourselves. We gain clarity, balance. This clarity leads to confident action, more awareness. I've noticed that when I stop doing things out of obligations to prove myself, to look good, when I release the pressure to should myself into success, and instead focus on how can I genuinely, authentically serve others, everything shifted. Honestly, I feel better. My energy is cleaner. My people show up with more consistency and resonate because the energy I'm putting out is grounded, authentic, and aligned with my truth. Less clutter equal more clarity. More clarity equal more power for you. This is your time to clear the path and move forward with trusting yourself, your abilities, your gifts. You can write all these things and just wait until you get the messages. And remember, this is always a process. It takes time for your energy to align with all these things that are for you right here, right now. This language might be new to you, so be patient. You may ask why this matters now. In times of chaos, your grounded presence is exactly what the world needs. People looking up to you, your family, your spouses, your children, whether you're supporting others through just being a homemaker, maybe coaching, maybe healing, maybe it's your art, or simply showing up for your family. You're doing sacred work, you're doing an important work. Never underestimate the power of your presence and the energy you bring. It is easy to get caught up in what's not working, to fall into a spiral of frustration or helplessness. But here is the truth. We don't need to do it all. We don't need to fix everything or have it all figured out right now. What we need is to return to who we truly are. When we connect with our true essence, that's when healing begins. That's when the transformation, the shift occurs. Instead of focusing on what's broken or out of control, we can choose to focus on what we can do right now, starting with ourselves. Take care of yourself from the inside out. Practice gratitude and be mindful of your energy. It's really important. Be kind to yourself. You don't have to play the victim to the circumstances. I will share with you a personal story. The new tariff is affecting our family business and it's brought a lot of uncertainty into our lives. So when I see my husband navigating the unknown, I can feel myself start to worry. But I've come to realize that worry is not love. So instead, I choose to take care of myself during the day. I ground myself, I stay centered, I meditate, I talk to my community about that, and remind myself of what I know to be true. That way, when he comes home at night, I can just be there for him, fully present. I know to shut my mouth, that's the key, because I don't really know much about this issue. I make sure I'm fully present, I'm listening and giving him space to channel what he's going through. So it's not about me, it's about him. I've learned to separate myself energetically so I don't absorb his stress. I don't spiral or feel like it's the end of the world after we talk, even when things feel unclear, especially right now, because from experience, I know that when one door closes, God always opens another. Remember, you are in control of your thoughts, actions, and energy. And from that grounded place, you can serve others in a way that's impactful, compassionate, and powerful. So when you're grounded and centered, you can help yourself and others. So let's welcome this moment, every moment that we live, even breathe with gratitude. Not only for the work we do, but for the opportunity to show up and be of service to others. Shifting, transforming, healing is not just about fixing what's wrong. It's about welcoming who we are right now, what we have, our gifts, other people around us, all the things that come into our life, all these blessings, and trusting that we have everything we need to move forward. How do I keep moving forward through all of this? And you're right, there is so much uncertainty floating around these days, whether it's the rapid pace of technology change, the shifting economy, or the world feeling a bit upside down. It's easy to freeze and wonder, how do I keep moving forward through all of this? Here's what I have learned. The path to make a difference, to grow, to shift, no matter what we are focused on, remains the same. It's about showing up, sharing what we know, offering support, being in service, and making clear, confident choices. It's all about staying grounded in what we can control. What we can control is basically only our choices. choices that empower us. They make our hearts sing, staying elevated, learning to be in the joy and ease even when things don't go our way, staying true to ourselves and trusting that our efforts, the seeds that we plant today, matter. While we cannot control everything around us, we do have the power to choose the actions that will empower us and others. We can plant seeds today that will grow into opportunities and impact that shape the future, not just for ourselves, but for the next generation to come. For me, it's really empowering when I think how my choices today can empower the next generation. Next, let's discuss nervous system regulations. Here is the thing, when the world feels unpredictable, especially when there are financial fluctuations or external chaos, that stability has to come from within. I know we think it comes from our money, from our work, but money and our work is related to our energy. They're all interconnection to our energy. Our nervous system is our anchor. It's what keeps us grounded, calm, and ready to make decisions that align with our truth. So, how do we stay grounded when everything feels up in the air? It starts with small practices. The easiest one is taking a deep breath. How many times we forget to take a deep breath? It's free, it's everywhere, it's something natural, and we forget. Going for a walk in nature, doing a massage, or using hypnosis or subconscious tools, or even just checking in with yourself, with your body. How are you feeling? These simple acts shift everything. You're not just calming your body, you're telling your system, oh, hi, I am safe. I am okay. Everything will be okay, like always. I am supported. There is a higher power guiding me. And there is a reason for that, and maybe something better is coming. Tell yourself, I've got this. You've got this, and you're not alone. Now, more than ever, it's crucial to be clear and confident in what we offer and how we help. This is not the time to shrink back or shy away. It's actually a great time to double down on what's the uplifting choices, the best energy, the great gifts that we have, the abilities to show up for others. So when we take care of our nervous systems and find our inner calm, we also can step into that space of clarity. We can focus on what we can do, release what we cannot control, and allow ourselves to be guided by trust and purpose. This is how we move forward, feeling empowered, grounded, and ready for what's next. I've got way less tolerance for chaos and BS than I used to. So I am simplifying everything. I'm tuning out the noise. I'm choosing peace and doing things that I love and basically regulating my body and soul, like breathing deeply, moving my body, going more to spa, working out, and writing. I love reading and writing. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom, running a business, offering coaching sessions, or providing any kind of support to others, if you're helping people solve problems or bring more peace into their lives, then now is the time to lean in and share your gifts. The world needs you. I said that before and I'm going to keep saying it. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. You just need to be honest and open hearted. There is so much power in simply saying, hey, I've learned something that helped me. Maybe it will help you too. Let me share with you. You don't have to be perfect, just a contributor, just in service to others. We are all learning, growing, shifting, healing, and transforming together. So, whatever you do, don't hide. Your gifts are valuable right now. The world needs them more than ever. So, yeah, I hope this serves as a gentle reminder to let go of the comparison. You don't need to be more successful than anyone else or know all the answers. That's not the point. I used to think this way, by the way. If you're here to help, guide, and serve others from a place of love, sometimes you just need to clear out a few things within yourself to shift your energy. Because when we are carrying mental or emotional baggage, it's hard to move forward. That old energy, those memories, we all have them, emotions and limiting stories can block our light. And that's okay. It's part of the process. Having the awareness is already part of the answer. It's not about being someone else, it's about understanding what works for you and showing up as yourself with intention and heart. That's the key. So if you're feeling like you have to twist yourself into something you're not, pause, take a breath, come back home to yourself. Just being you, the authentic you, it's beautiful, it's powerful. Trust that your authentic energy is enough. That's part of your soul journey, basically. Trust that what's meant for you will always find you. Keep showing up, keep clearing what's not serving you, and you're going to see amazing results. Keep sharing your gifts because the world needs your light. I'm going to add something about asking for what's your worth because I see that a lot of people are struggling with what's their self-worth. Remember, everything is energy, including money, your services, your work, your talent, your gifts. And if that's true, which it is, then it's time to stop hiding and start showing up fully because asking for money is not something to be embarrassed about. It's part of being in alignment with your worth, your gifts, and your ability to receive. People often ask me, how do I raise my prices? Or how do I ask for more money without feeling weird? I absolutely love those questions because they are real and they matter. I used to struggle with them, and I will be honest, this is something I had to unpack for myself too because for years I was under earning. One of the most powerful things I learned in my process was this. Talking about money should feel as simple as asking someone to pass the salt. Easy, natural, no shame, no guilt, just energy being exchanged. Isn't it beautiful? Just think about that. It's expand my heart. But the truth is, we often get in our own way with our limiting beliefs, our fears. We think if I ask for what I really want, maybe they will think I'm greedy, selfish, I'm all that. Will they judge me? Am I even allowed to want more? That was my overthinking. And these thoughts don't come from nowhere. They usually come from old beliefs, our surrounding, and unspoken rules we picked up along the way, especially from childhood, from our parents or our teachers. You can take a moment to reflect. What did you learn about money growing up? Is it yours? Is it someone else? I remember that growing up it was uncomfortable, that asking for more meant I was being selfish or as a woman I should just ask for less. I don't believe in it today. But here's what I have learned and what I now teach others. You can rewrite those stories, scenario. You can choose a new relationship with money. You can make it feel natural, clean, and aligned with your truth. Money is just one of the many ways the universe supports you. And when you allow yourself to receive it openly, without guilt, shame, or apology, you model that same possibility for others. I started doing that in the beginning because I wanted my girls to learn from me. So you do it for your own reasons. Trust your energy, trust your work, trust your gifts, your contributions. Trust that you're worthy of being supported because you are. You don't need have to force anything. You don't need to have to hustle for your worth. You just want to believe in it and let others rise to meet you there. Asking for what you are worth is not selfish. It's your birthright. Doing things with ease, it wasn't about being demanding or entitled. It was about creating a safe space for conversation, honesty, and ease. Because when we make it safe and simple to talk about these things, everyone benefits. We can bring this energy into every interactions, not only our money, by showing up with clarity, kindness, and confidence. And we get to be role models for others too. If someone feels awkward, unsure, we can gently remind them it's okay. You're allowed to ask for what you're worth. It's these small shifts in how we speak and behave and how we show up that creates big changes, not just in our lives, but in the lives of those around us. And the energy is really important. Before we end, I want to say that when we normalize this conversation around money, worth, and asking with confidence, we're not just healing ourselves, we're not shifting the energy. We are clearing out the old mental and emotional baggage that's been weighing us down for generations. And when that mental and emotional baggage is gone, we make space for this energy of freedom, joy, ease, abundance, not just for ourselves, but for everyone we encounter, the people around us, our family, our friends, our co-workers, our clients. And I'm really grateful you're here today and truly hope this was helpful. If this resonated and you know it's time to release the inner baggage that's keeping you stuck, you can reach out. That's what the Baggage Begun method is about. Until next time, keep shining, keep clearing, and keep choosing you. With love, Tami. See you next time. If you're curious and want to dive deeper, you are in the right space. I ask you to look within for all the things that you want to do, be, and have. Join me at the Baggage Begun Healing Hearts and Minds podcast with new episodes every Wednesday as we discover the path towards healing and transformation.